to get knocked out first.
Trust me, when we start the casting of PUBG Mobile, these chairs are going to be hindrances to how much we'll be moving around. Yeah, you can see next in line we got the Laughing Coffin, Unknown Soldiers, the Unknown Soldiers. And yeah, that's the list of teams that we currently have signed up, and they are going to be playing for PUBG Mobile starting next week. And trust me, it's going to be an amazing time. I can't say it's more than enough time for you guys to understand. When it all starts, we'll carry you guys along.
And you can't even miss any of this action.
You won't mix any of the action. You can't just miss any of this action, because by the team names alone, you can tell that it is going to be a bloody battle. Amazing.
And you can't just miss any of the action that's going to coming up right from this competition. This tournament is going to be mind-blowing and amazing. So let's keep it locked. Next week, PUBG kicks off. If you are yet to subscribe to the YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, please like up, set your notifications, because you can't miss when all this action starts. It is going to be blood rush, adrenaline from start to finish. And again, there's prize money. Yeah. Prize money. Please tell them this prize money again.
Massive
tell them this prize money.
$1,000, bro.
I know maybe you're not participating, so you might feel like you're not, getting part of this money, but you need to see who's going to win this money. You have to experience it, because even watching it alone makes you part of the process. And you don't want to miss that. You definitely don't want to miss that. Yeah. So once again, I want to say a big thank you to our sponsors, Nilaya Sports Management Limited, HP, My X3, the Lagos State Government, the Ogun State Government. You guys are doing amazing. We won't be here without you guys. The support has been massive. And also to the fans, everybody watching the live streams. Thank you so much. We would be right back to get some FIFA on the way. That's another rib cracking tournament. We know FIFA is like the language for most Nigerians and Lagosians, so let's get this on the way.
I'm really looking forward to see how our FIFA guys do.
No, FIFA is like an entirely different community. Because FIFA is like, so if we're going to rate the #1 games in Nigeria, I think soccer is like, because we all watch football, so everybody's like, so the bragging rights are always, and it's been one hell of a journey, from the inception of all the games, from winning 11 to PES to Pro Evolution, now to FIFA, and now FIFA 20.
Particular teams in FIFA that they were looking forward to?
I just want to say everybody play, because if I start naming my favorites, if I start naming names, I feel like I'm doing a draw and I'm getting, so I'm just going to wait for kickoff, and then we can, shoot right away. So we'll be right back to kick off the FIFA tournament. Shanks, who is a FIFA guru. Like, he's one of the best FIFA players in Nigeria as far as I'm concerned. And he'll be joining me on this ride of introducing us to the next set of games that we'll be starting with our FIFA Championship. So, Shank.
What is happening, beautiful people? Welcome to Nila Esports series. Today, we're definitely starting FIFA from scratch. I know a lot of people have been waiting for this. It's going to be an exhilarating tournament. We have 30 groups, and out of these, we've been able to shortlist up to 30 groups. And of all these 30 groups, we have 4 players in a group, and you have 2 people coming out of each group. The first match is definitely loading up right now. You're going to see a lot of good stuff. You're going to see a lot of good skill moves. You're going to see a lot of mind-blowing goals. And of course, we have people that we would say top players in the community, and a lot of people are looking forward to. You have the likes of Majiboy, you have the likes of Adefola, Mr. Oga, who was an underdog, but somehow became somebody to watch out for. So there's a lot to really look at.
Okay, so I think the boys are ready to go. They are almost about to kick off. So it is time for the first game in our FIFA tournament for the Esports Series 2020, brought to you by Nila Sports Management. Let us enjoy. I'm sure the boys are ready to trash themselves right now. So let's go.
So there's a bunch of things we'll be looking out for from these players. Some of them will be, the team selection. Some teams are regarded to be stronger than others.
Yeah.
You also have formations. Some players prefer one formation to other formation. So let's look at how a bunch of these things match up against each other. Because obviously, you have some formations that counter other formations. You have some play styles that counter play styles. So all of this is what we're going to be breaking down for you. And obviously, you are going to see some crazy goals. I'm looking forward to those crazy goals.
I'm also looking forward to crazy goals. Crazy goals, skills. I, for one, as a FIFA player, I'm not like a skillful person. I just like to run and score. But I am waiting to see what is the madness that's going to come out of today's gameplay. So, sit with us and let us enjoy the first game from Group A. We hope for the best. We hope it's a cracker, because
definitely
there's money on the line. There's dollars on the line.
A lot of money on the line.
Dollars on the line. So we have I didn't see that real quick. Okay. Players are moving really fast. Like, they don't even want to wait. They are.
Yeah,
this is serious. They are not even coming down.
I'm quite curious to see what teams are
They select, yes. Real Madrid. I think this is going to be Juventus. Yes. Real Madrid versus Juventus. First game. Okay.
So now back to the drawing board. Quite curious to see what formations these guys decide to go with. Real Madrid looks like they're playing 5-3-1-2. Really defensive formation, because you have 5 defenders compared to having 4 defenders. And
Juventus is not. They are so serious that they're not even doing any formation right now.
Oh yeah, Mandem just switched his formation straight up and just doesn't bother. Probably one of those guys that plays and just looking at the screen when he scores, no reaction. Because we're going to see a lot of players, a lot of different type of players in this tournament. You have those players that they score goals and
no emotions. Some very
probably no emotions. And you have the ones that laugh like it's funny when they're up like 5 goals against.
Yeah.
And they just laugh like it's funny. It's really not funny. So we look at the tactics. Madrid decides to go with playing balanced, about 6 width, trying to work around. I have a feeling we would see this more often, because as the game plays out, players will always try to adapt to how their opposition.
Yeah, I think player 1 is really on the tactical side. He's not here to play.
He's taking his time,
doing his formations right. Setting up his whole squad, making sure that everybody's in the right positions, making sure his tactics is okay. Attacking game plan, okay.
So that's something you can do in FIFA 20. Previous FIFAs, people would just set one formation and just go into the game, and when something happens, you have to go back and set another formation. But now you can literally make create game plans for different scenarios, and that way you have the versatility when you're playing against different kinds of
oppositions.
We also have people setting up their custom configurations, because some people like to use the analog stick over the directional D-pad. Controller settings, some people like to play assistance, some people don't like to play with assistance. I don't know how they do that, but apparently somebody's playing on manual here. There's quite a lot to look forward in
And this is
game,
player
to be
2, so
honest.
that speaks a lot. He didn't do formation, and now he's getting all his old controls on a manual configuration. Is he using analog or D-pad for? I think he's. I think I saw him using D-pad right now.
Yeah, probably
Okay.
probably do.
So I have a feeling that player 2. So what are you waiting for this?
Based off of team strength, purely I would say
Okay, kick off right now,
I would
guys.
say Juventus. So we have Fufils are playing from left to right in the blue Real Madrid jersey. We have Parallel Pie. What a
Parallel
name.
Pie.
What a name.
And
Parallel Pie
Fufils.
playing from right part of the pitch in the black Juventus kit from right to left.
Okay.
Now it looks more like a possession type of player, but unfortunately we lost the ball right there.
Okay.
Players are taking a pause again. I mean, or you can't blame them.
Controls are not right yet. Everybody's still trying. It's the first game of you expect them to be a little bit nervous
Yeah,
and on the edge. It's a competition, so this is very expected.
Yeah, and you don't want to go down a goal or 2 goals and then realize, oh, I'm using the wrong
I'm using the wrong
configuration
configuration.
or whatnot.
Exactly.
Now we have Fulfills out with the ball. Modric here looking for that space with Benzema, does the drag back. Still doing those drag backs.
Skillful player, Fizila.
Fortunately, those skills did not amount to anything. Now we have Parallel Pie with the ball. Looking for that pass, but that was pretty sloppy pass. Ball now back to Fulfilza. I do know a professional esports player that plays from Spain, also goes by name Fulfilza. He was in the semi-finals of FIFA Esports Championships last year.
Okay.
Looking forward to what this Fulfilza can offer. Ball now with Parallel Pie, trying to switch its flanks. Fortunately, lost possession of that. Both players look a bit like they're still trying to test out things, see what works. Nobody has really had the ball possession. Nobody has been more
Dangerous.
dominant, I would
Yes.
say. Opportunity now for Real Madrid. Great ball to Benzema for Fulfilza. Actually, Hazard couldn't make the best of that. That's quite unfortunate.
Okay, so this looks like a very. For some reason, I feel it is who has the first break that would most likely take this.
Yeah, definitely, because some players actually have the skill to play, but then you also have to account for the mental part of the game. Some people go down, and then
Yes.
they find it so difficult to come back. Great ball now.
Okay,
For Fulfilza, great
and
ball.
yes, we have the first goal of the tournament. Wow, he's not even celebrating. He's straight to let's get these more
Straight
goals.
up, no
Let's get more
replays.
goals. Let's get more goals.
No replay.
Loving it, loving it,
Now the
loving
question
it.
now is how will Parallel Pie respond to this? Like we were just discussing, some players find it quite difficult to come back from goals once they go down. Lost possession here of the ball now for Fulfilza, looking to add another one to his tally. Moving the ball around nicely. Great pass from the wings to Vinicius Jr. Very pacey guy, looking for space in the box. Unfortunately, doesn't make too much out of that.
Fulfilza living up to the formations they did at the start of the game.
Yeah,
So
put a lot of time into formation.
yeah,
Opportunity
definitely
now for
knows what he's
Fulfilza,
doing.
great
Oh
ball with
no,
Benzema.
oh that would have been a second goal. That would have been a second goal.
Parallel Pie now looking for a way to answer back. Doesn't have that much support from Ronaldo. Great ball. Dybala looking for that space. Knocking the ball around.
Okay.
Now with the opportunity.
An
Expecting
opportunity,
to put these into the
and
net.
this
And that's what you get
it's
from
even.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Parallel Pie coming here for business. Quick answer back. I like this kind of game. I like end-to-end stuff.
Yes.
27 minutes into the game, they
and we
already
already have 2 goals.
And that's kind of stuff you expect from here. Once
Like-
again,
Like we said, this tournament is not even child's play. Both players are living up to the hype right now. They mean serious business. Serious business. Fulfilza, another opportunity at goal. Oh no, Fulfilza. Oh, and that's a penalty.
penalty for Fulfilza. He's got the tension on. Can he put this away?
So it's 2-1 now with Fulfilza leading. This is an interesting game. Like
Fulfilza now with the opportunity where Hazard does the drag by looking for the space on the flanks. Bale switches it back to his left foot. Still looking for the space. Finds Vinicius Jr. Fortunately, doesn't make too much out of that. Final of the opportunity to make a counter attack. Loses the game. Too sloppy. So 5 minutes into the game and
Yeah, we're going to ask for a better start to the tournament. I feel both players know what they are doing. They're taking their time. One might be more skillful than the other, but he definitely knows what he's doing, and he's trying. I feel the pressure is not really on him yet. An opportunity. Oh, that was close.
Yeah, end stuff from both players.
Yeah.
If you run out the opportunity to calm the game down, knock the ball around, and maybe get something from this attack. Pacey composed type of player, not forcing his passes, and that's what you expect when you come up with this player. So there's a nice ball roll. Still with the dribbles, looking for space, finds Benzema. Left,
And that's a third goal.
What a beautiful finish from Hazard by Fulfilza. I mean, the first half is coming to an end now. We have just less than 2 minutes for parallel pie to look for a way to make this, make this comeback before the end of the first half. 3 goals to 1. Oh wow.
This has been so beautiful to watch. Both players are bringing their A game, and Fulfilza is definitely not. Already feels like the number 1 player in Group A right now. Is the way he plays. Oh, that was close. That was close. Skillful, precise, confident in his gameplay. He's a fantastic player. So that's it for the first 45 minutes.
First half wrapped up now by both players. Question now is, do these guys go back to the drawing board, to the parallel pie thing? Of course, I have that feeling. Now maybe you want to see if he feels like going the defensive route just to take care of his, just to keep things tight at the back. You definitely have parallel pie now looking to switch up the formation, maybe go a bit more attacking, because he's 2 goals down.
Yeah.
So he definitely starting about what he's going to do. And that's why we talked about the mental part of this game. I mean, some people go 2 goals down
and they don't touch their formation. Yeah.
They really can't put it together. Making those changes, still keeping Ronaldo. Haven't made any substitution in particular, just working around his formation. Fulfilza now going for the 4-2-3-1, playing Hazard up top as striker, Benzema in behind, still keeping Vinicius Junior on the left wing. Now let's see just what the second half offers. Parallel final play from left to right. Dybala, great ball to Cuadrado. You have Fulfilza pressing, a bit higher than you expect him to, but then feels like his players drop back just in time to defend again. Ball now for parallel pie. Great crossing from Ronaldo. Nice defensive block from Fulfilza. Jockey. Now
is Fulfilza going to make it a 4th goal right now? Is it?
His left foot finds the pass. Benzema.
Oh, 4-1. Oh.
Now you see the danger here is you want to go attacking because you want to equalize, you want to get your goals back. But then that also allows for defensive gaps at the back, and if you don't make the best of it, when you decide to go attacking, if you don't make the best of almost every opportunity you get, great ball by Ronaldo. Oh my god.
Okay, so this game is.
You have to take a step back here and actually look at just
they
how
are on fire. They are on fire head to head. Yes, the scores are 4-2, but each player is would I call them a don in their own rights right now, because
yeah, definitely the answers are coming back straight up. Now what parallel pie has to do is try to make it faster. Try to put in the goals faster than he's replying.
Yes, he needs to be more clinical with his passes as well, because
yeah, a lot of sloppy passes actually from both players, but in front of Fulfilza has taken most of his opportunities better than parallel pie. Ball now for Fulfilza, tries to find passing to Benzema, no chance there. Now you have Juventus now.
More possession at 54-46. Okay.
Ronaldo now finds it going for parallel pie. Parallel pie now, great opportunity there with Dybala.
Would he make it to make it third?
Goes on his left foot, looking for the pass, knocks the ball around, finds Pjanic.
Ooh, that was close. That was close.
64 minutes so far into the game. and the fields are still looking like the dominant player in this game. Of course, Parallel has shown that he has, what it takes to capitalize on any mistakes Fifuza would make. Fifuza looking to pass the ball out from the back here, great ball to Hazard. You look at the depth, the amount of space Parallel has in behind his defense, and when you're up against players from Real Madrid that have very
would this be? Oh God!
You're bound to concede goals. Now this is looking very dangerous.
It is dangerous.
It already is dangerous.
It is dangerous.
To be very honest.
It is 5-2 with 20 minutes to go. I don't see a comeback for Parallel Pie right now.
And we see Parallel Pie hoping to go back to the drawing board, maybe bring in a few players because he still has few substitutions.
Yes, I don't think he's done any substitutions as well. I don't think any of them has done any substitution.
But honestly, I perceive Fifuza as type of player that has been here a few times.
Yes, he knows what he's doing. Yes.
Very high defensive line from Parallel Pie, and you see Fifuza capitalizing on that every time with players like Bale, players like Vinicius Junior, players like Hazard. He has all the pace that he needs to capitalize on that. Knocking the ball around now, Modric finds Vinicius Junior, keeping possession of the ball, trying to force mistakes from Parallel Pie. Finds Hazard in the box, great drag back. Is he going for that finesse? Heel to heel, still moving around the box.
Oh, that was close.
Nice defensive work from Parallel Pie. Opportunity now for a counter attack. We haven't seen him be productive from these counter attacks in the past. Let's see if anything changes here. Khedira now finds the pass to Dybala. That was looking like it wasn't going to get there, but it did. Parallel Pie still knocking the ball around. Finds Ronaldo.
Will this be?
Khedira. What a
okay. So the first game of the tournament already have 8 goals. 8 beautiful goals. This is amazing.
5-3 now, and of course this is just the first game of the tournament. This is the first game in the group, so I mean it begs the question of how the rest of the players in this group
are going to live up.
Because you have so many goals at first game of the tournament. 5 on one side.
And it's not done yet.
And it's not done yet. 83 minutes into the game now. Fifuza now just lost the ball. Opportunity now for Parallel Pie. Dybala, not the fastest of players, still trying to toggle and tussle there.
Okay, so I think we might have one more goal.
Finds Higuain.
Woo, that was close.
Corner kick opportunity now. Dinks it into the box. Unfortunately, goal kick for Fifuza. Looks like this one is already wrapped up, if I'm being honest. Fifuza looks like he already has this one in the bag.
Yeah, I think so.
Tally. Any complimentary goals here for Parallel Pie? Trying to find space. Unfortunately, can't make the best of that. Vinicius Junior now space, so much space behind Parallel Pie's defense. Doesn't find him. 2 minutes of stopping time,
and we are done. This is done, and game 1 is officially in the books. Well, are we going to get one more goal? Are we going to get one more goal? Are we going to get one more goal? Are we going to get one? Oh no! And that's it. So game 1.
Amazing performance from Fifuza.
Parallel Pie 3.
And those were some pretty sexy goals.
Yes, pretty sexy goals. I think Fifuza, Parallel Pie's second goal was my favorite. The cross.
Yeah, the cross to Ronaldo.
Yes. That's definitely my favorite.
That was a very textbook performance goal, and the finishing was obviously Ronaldo. You expect nothing less. Okay,
going to game 2, right? What do you have to say in summary about this game 1? What do you think?
I would say Fifuza looks like he's
ready.
Everybody in the group has to watch out for.
Yeah.
He might not be the best defensively because he's still considered
3 goals. Yes.
But he looks like, I mean, they do say attacking is the best form of defense.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, I would say Fifuza has to watch out for him. For Parallel Pie, this is just the first game in the group. I think
they still has
his mental response
for in game 2 will determine how far he will go in the tournament.
But just here, I mean, when the game started and he considered a few goals, he still tried to
respond immediately. Yeah.
So props to both guys, to both players, and we hope to see more of them.
Yeah. It looks amazing already. It looks amazing already. So right now we'll be going straight to game 2. I heard the players are ready to roll. Let us more action, more goals. I want to believe. I hope game 2 should give us the same type of adrenaline rush Game 1 gave us. So
Yeah.
I feel like more goals. We need goals.
I mean, just the first game of the tournament, and I'm already so.
Okay, so they are locked in already. They are locked in and ready to go.
Now this game is we have Fufuza also loading up back. So Fufuza is playing another game against Every Bees.
Okay, so Fiza is going back on Game 2. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, from the first game, I would say Fufuza is my favorite in this game. If you had a prediction, if you had to predict.
I don't think he's my favorite player yet.
Not in the tournament, but just my favorite to win this game.
Oh.
From what I've seen.
Oh, of course. I mean, we've not seen the second player, so we don't know. But I don't think he'll win.
Now we see a different approach here. Barcelona. The other time we had versus going with a very low width, low depth to the defense.
It's also very tactical, I can see. So
that looks like he already has a recipe for success. Just goes to the player, switches it, Hazard straight up in the striker, puts Benzema in Camero, Modric, Casemiro, those CDM positions, and looks like he will take his time here too.
Professor is already known to do the most formation and take his time perfecting his team before it comes to the pitch, because he needs to score goals. Even when he's conceding, he wants to score.
He wants to score more. Attack is the best form of defense. Every B is now going for the 4-3-3 formation, having Goat, Messi on the right wing, looking to cut in, make those sexy finesse shots. 4 players are loading up now, and
I personally want every beast to win this. I feel like he needs to win.
If you had to.
No, I really can't say, because it's possible that these guys can play. Both players can do a 1-1, 2-2, or 0-0 game. Like nothing is impossible in football. So, but I think I feel every beast has what it takes. He's also quite, even though he didn't spend much time on this formation, it seems like he understands what the formation and each tactical
like he advantage,
yes, as well.
The funny thing though is this is actually an El Clasico game because you have Barcelona.
Yes, and both teams are familiar with each other, so many factors play into this.
I'm just looking forward to see how this guy. So I mean, comparing to just how both previous
the previous game.
Yeah, the previous game, Parallel Pie decided to go the manual way. Parallel Pie was Parallel Pie, but we see more of an assisted option there.
So it's kickoff, Game 2 in Group A between Fufuza and Every Bees.
Fufuza playing from left to right in the blue Real Madrid kits, and you have Every Bees playing from right to left in the blue and red Barcelona kits. 4-3-3 formation here. Let's see just how much of a difference it plays out against Fufuza. His opponent, Fufuza's first opponent, Parallel by playing a 5 defensive formation, and unfortunately he considered 5 goals.
5 goals.
Look at the irony of that. Opportunity here now for Every Beast, knocking the ball around. Looks like the textbook Barcelona type of player. Unfortunately loses possession. Counter-attack opportunity now. Drag back from Fufuza. Hazard looking for that support. Vinicius Junior making a run. Is this a goal? Is this a goal? You have Bale running in back into the box. It's quite close. That's quite close. That's quite close. You might have argued, maybe he would have gone for the pass, but I mean, you never know. You never know.
That was close.
Every Bees now looking to, make a statement here and going for the drag back, but still looks like he's just that possession guy that he will take his time and walk the pass to make sure he has the perfect opportunity.
Every Bees is taking his time, and I'm loving his gameplay. I just need to see the goals.
Jordi Alba now looking for the cross into the box, loses opportunity. You have Jordi Alba now looking to track back all the way. You also have Bale on that same wing trying to capitalize, and unfortunately, Bale doesn't capitalize on that.
Okay, so this is one of those games.
Griezmann now, the left side of the pitch, looking for support, finds Luis Suarez at the edge of the box, crosses in, finds. Unfortunately, Sergio Ramos is there to protect the goalkeeper. Benzema now opportunity for Fufuza. Fufuza loves his drag backs. Vinicius Junior, pacey player, keeps the ball.
Oh, that was cool.
Finds.
That was a beautiful play.
Finds no one really.
Oh wow.
Goal kick now for Every Bees. Every Bees still trying to play the ball out the back. For somebody that plays a possession-based game, you would argue that 4-3-3 just might not be the way to go. But obviously, we would see just how much if that works for him.
Yeah.
Because 4-3-3, you just have 3 people in the midfield.
You have 3 people in your midfield, and you have.
That he would rather play like a 4-5-1 where you have much more engagement in the midfield. But opportunity now, Lionel Messi, obviously. Lionel Messi, you know what he can do. Sergio Roberto now looking for space in box, finds Messi.
Oh, it's close.
He can't make the best of that. Opportunity now for Fifuza. We've seen him do it time after time.
Already in game 1, we already had 2 goals by the 27th minute.
27 minutes we already had 2 goals.
And right now, it's still goalless.
Bale now does the fake shot stop. Finds Hazard. Does he take the shot there in the box?
Ooh, that was a beautiful save by Stegen.
Crossing opportunity now. Goes for the short pass. Eden Hazard now on edge of the box. Does the La Croqueta. Turning, loves the skill moves. Tries to find the cross into the box. Ball is still in play. That looks like an offside.
It is an offside.
A bit of more
relaxed and in as much as both players, attacking and trying to get to the back line, they can't just find the nets. I think that's the problem right now.
It's very unproductive.
Yes.
There are some positives to take out. It hasn't been a game where both players are not just getting in front of other opportunities.
Yes.
Luis Suarez now, edge of the box, nice drag back on his right foot, still looking for space. Quick 1-2 passes back to Arthur, finds space there for Sergio Roberto.
And another offside.
Fortunately, that's an offside.
10 minutes to go in the first half. Are we going to see a goal in this first half?
I'm more concerned to see if we are going to see any changes, because it doesn't look like they find themselves in positions, but they haven't been able to make results, which are goals. No matter how much you knock the ball around, you have to score goals. Opportunity now for Eden Hazard, finds Benzema. That was his weaker foot, and it looks like it's a corner after all. Goes for the short pass, skill moves and loses the ball. First half is really coming to an end for Benzema. Griezmann here now for every beast, tries to go on the counter attack. If you look at your radar, you see just how high up Fifuza's defense is pushed up. All you need is one person running behind that defense and there's goals. Fortunately,
loses the ball again.
They just are not capitalizing on these things enough, and that's why you wonder now if it's a formation thing. Opportunity now for Luis Suarez. Looks like this is goal we've been waiting for, but unfortunately,
it's saved.
Courtois is there to keep the ball out of the net. Fifuza interrupts the corner kick now. Benzema, not the fastest of players, goes back, looks for support. Sergio Ramos. Less than 3 minutes from the end of the first half. Benzema still knocking the ball around. Carvajal on the right side of the pitch. Props to both players though. Defensively, they've been decent. Defensively. Eden Hazard now looking for that space, turning. Vinicius Junior skill moves, find Eden Hazard, looks for the left.
And we have a goal.
We have a goal from Fifuza. Fifuza coming right out of 5-3 win and making sure he puts one in the bag.
Drew the first blood few minutes before the whistle went for the first half. I didn't even see that coming. I didn't expect us to have a goal. And
I actually did expect him to take the shot because that was Eden Hazard's left foot. That was his weaker foot. You would have most players want to take the ball on the stronger foot. Both players back into it now in the second half. Fifuza still with the ball, definitely looking to solidify his lead. So far looks like the dominant player in this game. To be fair to Prada and to every beast, he's had opportunities, just hasn't been able to capitalize on it.
the players just can't find the finish.
Modric here now for Fifuza, finds Vinicius Junior, Eden Hazard, does the skillful pass. What a beautiful goal, what a sublime goal. Great finish from Benzema, 2 goals up. I told you.
I think Fifuza is the player to beat in Group A.
Definitely looks like the guy to beat in Group A.
Maybe not in Group A anymore. More like in the tournament right now because he has already beat 2 people in Group A. So
yeah,
he hasn't won this game, but
let's not be conclusive.
But it looks like it. I don't see every beast coming back from this.
At the end of the day, it is FIFA, it is football.
Well,
You never know.
You never know, but
you still have a decent amount of time. But Fifuza says no. Eden Hazard
that was close.
And nice block there from PK.
That was close.
Griezmann now, heel-to-heel flick, loses the ball. I mean, yeah, every B's looking for a goal and he's doing skill moves right in the middle of the box. Doesn't look like the best approach to things right now. Sergio Roberto now finding Suarez in the box. Sergio Roberto still on the right side of the pitch, looking to make that crossing, tussling, looking for space. Pretty decent on the skill moves. Unfortunately, all he gets is a corner kick.
Over by Messi. Really good reading of the game to win possession back. Well, he did his best to remain onside, but just failed.
Yeah, it was close. It was close, but that's all it needs to be, close. He was offside.
Well, they've been getting the substitute ready, and now they will make the personnel change. Vidal. Excellent defending. And that's destined to run all the way through to the keeper. De Jong. And very deftly cut out. Real Madrid moving the ball with purpose. What can they do from this position? Casemiro. Well, now here's Eden Hazard. He's gone for power, Lee, but it's wide.
Well, no real direction, but the power was there, and you're right, it's just gone past the post.
Now here's
Opportunity now for
Vidal.
Eddie's,
Well, it's come down
in
to
possession of the
about
ball.
20 minutes here.
Frankie de Jong now has the ball, passes back to Sergio Busquets. And Jordi Alba finds Griezmann. Great ball back to Jordi Alba. Does he go for the cross? Looking for that pass. And just doesn't look like. I mean, it feels like in the final third is just.
It always comes short.
Yeah.
Everybody's always comes short. Great, nice play, great gameplay, but just doesn't finish. His finishing is. I don't know if we should give the credits to Fufuza for stopping the attacks, or everybody just can't deliver. Is it a case of he can't deliver, or he is being stopped?
Well, honestly, I would say everybody just hasn't capitalized. I feel like at the end of the day, for football and FIFA, obviously, both players would have opportunities.
Yes.
Fifuza has capitalized on his opportunities. Everybody hasn't. Fifuza hasn't been spectacular in the defense.
Yes,
Remember,
he
did
hasn't.
concede
Yes.
goals. So it means every beast can actually put in those goals based on how Fifuza plays, but he just hasn't
He
been
just hasn't been able to capitalize on that.
Fifuza now just taking his time, knocking the ball around the box. He doesn't have any reason to rush. Finds Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard has done it for him multiple times. Great crossing. Fortunately, looks
get
like
to that.
possession now in the hand of every beast. Now, can he make anything out of this? Less than 10 minutes to the end of the second half.
I don't honestly, I feel this game is wrapped up. If we are to see any other goal, I feel it's going to come from Fufuza. I don't see everybody scoring in this game.
If every beast can take anything positive out of this game, is the fact that this is just his first game. It's just 2 goals. It's just a 2-goal deficit.
Okay,
But it looks like
Fufuza.
Fifuza is looking to add more. Great ball. Vinicius Junior finds Hazard. Finds
Beautiful
Benzema.
play, beautiful play.
Technique, performance, and just a tapping. Easy tapping. Fifuza looking very dominant in Group A. And looks like the first half is wrapping up. Sorry, looks like the game is wrapping up now. And yeah, props to Fifuza. He's shown that he's really in it for the moment.
Yes, Fufuza is not playing games. I mean, it's a game, but it's not. He's not playing games. He's not. He's yet to win. And that's a wrap for game 2 with Fufuza winning both his first and second game. He won Parallel Pie by 5 goals to 2, and now he has also defeated FVBs by 3 goals to 0.
You could say
What a performance.
Yeah, what a performance, to be honest.
What a
because,
performance.
A good thing for him is he didn't consider anything.
He didn't consider anything in this game.
So I mean, looks like
he's adjusted from game one, and he's he's locked in now. He's locked in.
He's locked in now. But we still have one more person for him to play.
Well,
so
he's gone ahead of Group
he's
1.
Gone ahead of,
He's gone
it
ahead.
looks like he has it in.
Yes.
It looks like his qualification is set now.
I don't think the third person more like the fourth person in Group A can outscore Fufuza right now.
Do anything that's damaging.
Yes, I don't think so.
End stuff from.
So I'm waiting the third game right now. I guess that should be between Parallel Pi. Okay. So far for the first two games, what can you make of Group A?
We have seen 3 players in Group A, which is safe to say we've seen everybody.
Yeah, in Group A.
It would be nice to see how other groups compare, but Group A looks like they have players that actually know what they're doing. The games haven't been so far apart that the skill has been completely out the bag.
Yes.
The first game we had Fufuza up against Parallel Pi. We had both players scoring.
Going head to head.
We had both players. I mean, setting formation doesn't necessarily mean that they know what they're doing.
True.
But we did see some skill. They created opportunities and whatnot. For any of the 2 players that will come out of Group A, I think they could go the stretch. But yeah, a lot of goals. Probably way more goals than I expected, if I'm being very honest.
Yes, way more goals than I
Way more goals
expected.
than I expected, if I'm being.
I actually expected more goals in game 2, but the turnout was 3 goals, which is it's still a lot of goals, really. Still a lot of goals.
Yeah, I mean, you expected like 7 goals.
Well, considering the first game had 7 goals, I was expecting more goals. I mean, it's not. They are pros right now, so everybody has to, like, if they score, you need to reply because you also need to win money. But I think the third game is ready now. The players are ready to go. Everybody's already locked in. They've seen game 1 and 2, and right now, Parallel Pi wants to respond. So let's see what game 3 from Group A is
Very
going to.
curious to see how Parallel Pi decides to go with this.
Okay, so it's every Bees and Mr. Oga. Okay.
Now, let me tell you an interesting twist. Mr. Oga participated in the Tech Plus series tournament.
Okay.
And he actually played in the finals.
Okay.
He defeated one of the very top known players in the game in FIFA community.
Okay.
And I'd like to see a game against Fufuza. But let's settle for this one.
Let's settle for this for now. Let's see what
This is a
Mr.
game I'm really
Oga.
looking forward to.
Considering the fact that he's played in the championship before, I want to believe Mr. Oga is going to.
Oh, he's top notch.
He's going to beat.
He's
going to defeat
top notch.
every Bees.
I would say compared to what I saw for Fufuza play, he did play well, but I think Mr. Oga is a step above.
Yeah. Okay.
I think Mr. Oga is a step above.
So that means we're predicting a probably 10-0 game right now. Using France! Oh my goodness!
You know the stuff.
Okay.
For those of you watching there from back home, if you play in a tournament offline with FIFA 20, please, you have to consider France. France is a ridiculous team. You would see how they stack up, especially from a player that knows what he's doing.
Oh
you have
my
Kante
goodness.
and Pogba, CDM locking things down. You have Mbappe, you have Griezmann, you have Ben Yedder, you have Ousmane Dembele, you have.
I'm stressed right now. You know why I'm stressed? Because I have this friend who beats me on FIFA online every time and he uses France. So seeing France right now is really giving me the headache. Like, I'll be reliving my life in this game. So the predictions are up. 5-0. 5-0. Mr. Oga, 5-0. 5-0. 5-0.
Because he didn't score any goals
in game 1.
So
I don't see him scoring.
No, with the way Mr. Oga plays defensively, attacking, I think he would find it very difficult. So I would go with 4-0. I would go with 4-0.
I'll go with 5-0.
Parallel Bees were sorry, but
Yeah, we're really sorry, but it is what it is right now.
It is what it is. Like, it is what it is. And I mean, I look at what Parallel Bees is deciding to go for, how he's deciding to stack up, and it looks like he's going with the same 4-3-3. That unfortunately doesn't look like he made that much of against Fifa. Now, in my books, based on what I've seen and my experience in watching these guys play at a very top level, I would say Mr. Oga is quite a step above Fifa, if I'm being very honest. If that doesn't work against Fifa, I think he would find it very difficult to make it work against Mr. Oga. But, at the end of the day, it's this football. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
This
is football.
Let's not end this game before it already starts.
Kick off.
We're into the game now, and Mr. Oga playing from left to right, the Blue France kids, and they have Parallel Bees playing, every Bees right playing from right to left, in the yellow Barcelona jersey. Passing now for Koeman. Koeman has that pace, so much pace. Going into the box, starts to drag back, looking for space. Finds Griezmann, still trying to hustle for the ball, but unfortunately loses possession. Wins possession back now. Mbappe does a swoop turn, drag back, ball roll. Beautiful movement from these guys. Mbappe now does drag back, does a fake shot. You can see how confident he is in the box, finding space, and fortunately can't make the best of that. But it's just been less than 10 minutes. And
Mr. Oga is showing he has potential to maul this game right now.
So, every Bee is now looking to. I mean, we have said he's the possession type of player, but let's see how that works out for him this time. Every Bee is now the ball, Sergio Roberto, Mr. Oga really pressing high up. You can see him switching players, pushing right up to take the ball back, and keeping that defensive shape, which is very important. Now, some of you that do not know, when you defend, most important thing is keeping a defensive shape. How players really score is they capitalize on you drawing players out of position, meaning having your center backs drawn out and then people running behind. But you see a very good defensive structure from Mr. Oga. Opportunity now for Mr. Oga, finds Mbappe, intercepted there by Every Bees. Every Bees looks like he's holding his own in the defense.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I think his defense is somewhat tight. I think he just loses shape because, again, he didn't concede until the 44th minute in his game one. So, yeah, he probably just, loses shape after a while. And I think they say about football, once you don't score, it's all over. You can defend from now to tomorrow, but once the goals start coming in,
yes. You could also argue that maybe he's just tweaked a few things from the first game. Maybe not from his formation, but from the tactics, how his players move around each other, player instructions, and whatnot. Opportunity now for Mr. Oga, finds Ousmane Dembele. Ousmane Dembele is a 5-star weak foot player, meaning he can go on his left, he can go on his right, and he will be just as good. Born out for Griezmann.
And we have the first predictions.
Living up to the hype. Mr. Oga now, 1 goal and no goal for Fifa so far. Now, the question, as it always is what is the response going to be like? What's the mental attitude for Fifa going to be like? So far, he looks like he's pulling himself together, knocking the ball around, looking for space. Like we said, Mr. Oga keeping that defensive shape, running in, covering back. We also see him making use of the offside trap, pushing those players back out so they don't have them running behind the defense. Opportunity now, though, for Every Bees, still looking to knock the ball around. But you would see, if you pay close attention, you will see just how good the defensive shape Mr. Oga is keeping at the back. Every Bees now in the box, intercepted by Mr. Oga.
Every Bees just can't finish. He has a good gameplay. It seems like he knows what he's doing, but he just can't finish. And that's going to be a problem. If you can't score, you can't score. You can have the best gameplay, but once you can't deliver at the back line, he just loses the ball. Once he gets into the box, he loses the ball.
Goals are what win you games, and Mr. Oga recognizes this. And he's here now with Ousmane Dembele trying to find the space in the box, finds Koeman.
That was close.
That was a ridiculous finish, if I'm being honest. What was that?
That was close.
That was his left foot, and unfortunately...
I mean, that should have gone in. That should have gone. That should have been the second goal.
Mr. Oga for creating such a beautiful opportunity. And, we pointed that out in the last game where you had Fifa playing against Every Bees. where he had Jordi Alba pushing up from the flank, and he had the opportunity for Bale to capitalize on that. And that's what Mr. Alba just did.
That's what he did.
The difference between a player that plays at a very top level and other players. Just like you see him capitalizing almost every time. Look at this now, opportunity now from Mr. Alba.
Dragged it back.
Ball, nice defensive work from every piece. 40 minutes into the first half, and can please answer back?
I don't think we're going to see a 5-0 game here, because it seems every bees has his defensive line. It seems like he has a defensive line, but can he score a goal?
He hasn't scored a goal.
He hasn't scored a goal in the tournament, so that's a big question. Yeah. Can every bees score a goal in this tournament?
Sergio Roberto now for every bees, still looking for that space. Good defensive work there from Mr. Olga. I'm quite curious to see if he actually decides to go for changes. Put 4 minutes into the game, tries to whip in the cross, but not against Byron and Langlet. Opportunity now for Mr. Olga. Can he put one in before the end of the first half? Griezmann now with the ball. Usman Dembele making a run that looks like that's an offside. And yeah, that's an offside. Looks like the first half is wrapped up already.
Okay,
a bit of an underwhelming first half.
Yes, compared to what we predicted. Just like every beat's first game, is down by 1-0 at the end of the first half. So your predictions might still fall into play. 3 more goals in the second half.
Yeah.
I don't see 4 goals, but 3 more goals, that can still happen.
Yeah.
That can still happen.
Now we have every bees went back to the drawing board. Maybe a few substitutions, we will see. Trying to check his controls. I'd be surprised if controls are the reason why he hasn't been playing well all through.
Well, one thing about we FIFA players, once we are down by goals, we start looking for things that are not the reasons why we are losing.
No excuses here, ladies and gentlemen. This is an Eseries professional setting. You don't have those kind of excuses. You had all the time you had to set your formation, to check your controls, and we're not taking those here. Everybody's now into the second half, in possession of the ball. Let's see if he does things differently this time. Jordi Alba now with the chance, he loses possession of the ball again. But players look like they're actually losing a lot of possession. You see, it looks like sloppy play from both players, for being honest. But the goals are really what matter. Mr. Alga here now with the opportunity to try and do something, does to stop and turn.
Mr. Olga has what it takes to go all out in this tournament, like Fufilza is. I don't think so. I don't think he's as tough as Fufilza.
Yeah, with his performance so far, it'd be fair. He wouldn't hold it against us to say we don't expect him.
Yeah.
So he hasn't proven himself. That's literally it. You have to prove yourself. Opportunity now from Mr. Olga. We know Mbappe. Oh my God, what a disgrace. Mbappe, you can't be doing that, please. Great ball now to Usman Dembele. Finds Lucas Hernandez. Back to Koeman. Looking for the space. Does the fake shot stop. He's always dangerous in the box. Griezmann goes back to his left foot. Nice block. Nice block from everybody. Finds Griezmann again. Mr. Olga does the drag back. And a bit of a sloppy play. Mr. Olga still with the ball. Finds Mbappe. Mbappe does the drag back. Finesse shot there. Great block from PK. Mr. Olga still putting on the hurt.
I think we need to give it to every bees. His defending has been.
He's holding himself together. Mr.
Trying
Olga,
to make sure this doesn't go more than one.
Mr. Olga there, toying around with every beast. Finds space and Griezmann puts it in for Mr. Olga. 2 goals, 62nd minute here, and every beast looking like he's going home early. There's a lot of money on the line, but it doesn't look like
someone has to go home.
He's as interested in it as Mr. Olga is.
Someone has to go home. 0 shots on target. And I want to believe that the same thing. I want to believe that it's the same thing with the last game. He had more possession in the last game as well. In his first game, he just can't make it to the back post. He just can't find his rhythm there. He's gonna go around the whole 90-yard and
knocks the ball around, plays a very calm game, doesn't just create those opportunities. And when he doesn't capitalize. Ball here from Mr. Olga, finds crossing.
That was a beautiful delivery.
That was so close. That was almost guaranteed a goal. but unfortunately we wouldn't be seeing a goal here. Interception back now from Mr. Oga. Ball with Griezmann. We've seen him be very instrumental here in this game. Kante now with the ball, does the drag back, does the nice feint, finds Mbappe, scoop turn, looking for that crossing, drag back. Still with the ball here, Mr. Oga. Everybody's man. This boy has really. Mr. Oga looks like he's just toying around doing skill moves.
And the last one.
I told you.
Not the last one, but his third goal.
This is looking like a demolition.
It is. Well, it's been demolished in game 1. So I think we can have our 5 goals in this game. There's still more time. There's still 15 more minutes.
Yeah, you have about.
So I believe.
You have less than 15 more minutes to go. And,
I think he's lost interest right now. Mr. Oga is just.
Not backing down. Coleman again does the fake shot stop. Looking for the space, does the drag back, finds Griezmann, knocks the ball back again to Kante, finds Pogba. Just
Mr. Oga, Mr. Oga right now is just having a good time.
Just mesmerizing around this box.
He's just having a good time right now.
You look at the confidence, the skill moves.
He's just having a good time.
Movement all around has just been so good. He's been so confident, and it feels that looks like he has some competition. Mr. Oga's still here now with the opportunity, and he's having the time of his life.
I feel like I still don't see Mr. Oga as a competition for Filza. I have a feeling that every beast is officially tired and he's not ready to. He's not stressing himself anymore. So right now, Mr. Oga is just doing what he needs to do.
But he looks so confident. He looks so comfortable.
I mean, if you lost your first game by 3-0, and then you're already losing again now, you're out of the tournament. So there's really nothing to play for anymore. You can just,
Griezmann now opportunity for Mr. Oga, 4 goals. My prediction, ladies and gentlemen,
so Shanks already won this.
And coming through with the predictions, but this guy can surprise me. Mr. Oga can surprise me. You see the difference here between Mr. Oga and Fifilza. He hasn't considered any interception. But Fifilza didn't consider any goal against every piece. But this is his first game. I mean, this is Mr. Oga's first game. Looking to add another one. Fake shot stop. Usman Dembele looking for the space.
That was close. That was close.
End-to-end stuff. We spent almost 10 minutes. We pure 10 minutes in every piece's half. By Mr. Oga. That was very. Mr. Oga now maybe looking to make it 5. I mean, he loves his goals. Griezmann now, we've seen him do things for Mr. Oga, and now you have Griezmann looking for the finesse shots, and also.
Okay, so there you have it for game 4.
That was very entertaining. That was entertaining stuff from Mr. Oga. Every bees unfortunately just couldn't create those opportunities. He created some, but just couldn't make the best of any of them. I was quite unfortunate to come into a tournament and not be able to score a goal in 2 games. Because it means both players kept clean sheets against you.
Yeah.
Considered a minimum of 3 goals in both games.
Officially, he's out. So the next game we'll be seeing in Group A is between Mr. Oga and Parallel Pi.
He's just had 1 game.
Yeah.
So it will be interesting to see, before we have that Fifilza Mr. Oga matchup, it will be interesting to see how Parallel Pi, because you had Fifilza play Parallel Pi
to 2,
and now you have Mr. Oga up against him. The question is, will Mr. Oga keep things tight at the back the way he did with FBs? Is he going to concede?
I feel he's going to concede. He's going to concede.
Will he be able to produce as much goals as he did?
I don't think so.
If he feels that did.
But I feel it's going to be a close game. Probably like a 2-1, 3-1 kind of game. I don't see them going all out, except Parallel Pi is going to surprise us right now.
I'll say my prediction for now.
Okay, so we'll be right back. We need to go on a quick break before we start. I know the players are ready, but a quick break some words from our sponsors. And we are officially back.
Welcome back to the Nile Esports Championship. We've had performances, we've seen a few underwhelming efforts, and the talking point here would be Filza and Mr. Olga.
I'm Mr. Olga. Actually, the talking point here right now is not even Filza and Mr. Olga. The talking point is every bees, because I don't understand how he made it into this game and it's already -7 in goal difference.
Literally no goal.
No goal. 2 games, no, not even one. Not even to say, at least I'm here. I came to this championship. I scored 1 goal. I don't know. I'm not a great FIFA player, but I'm sure I've scored a goal against Mr. Olga. Or
I think for every bees, he probably wasn't trying to adapt. He wasn't versatile. He used 4-3 formation when he played against Fifuza in start, and he went like 3 goals down in the first half.
He went like 1 goal in the first half, and then 2 goals in the second half.
Against Fifuza, it happened so fast. It happened so fast, but he used the same formation. You don't see him making substitutions mid-game. First half, he just goes back to
I don't even think he made any substitutions in both games.
Also, yeah, in both games.
So he's that kind of guy. He does the first formation and he just goes with vibes and inshallah all through the game.
Hasn't made a conscious effort to observe his game and see
his opponent's game as well.
Exactly.
Because it's one thing for your game to be going well and your opponent to be sloppy, and then you try to adjust your game to counter your opponent. But you don't even understand your own game, so you don't understand the opponent's game.
And honestly, I think it goes back to a bit of the mental aspects, because it's one thing to actually play a game and try to focus on the game, and also subconsciously try to pay attention to how you're playing the game. What's going on, what's not going right for you. And if you don't have the mental fortitude to be able to concentrate on the game, but at the same time observe your strengths and your weaknesses and your opponents as well, then you don't know what changes to make. You don't know what formations to switch to. You don't know when
you don't even know what's happening in the entire game.
You're considering all those goals from. You just keep considering those goals, and he has just 1 more game left.
He's already out of the tournament, so
it's like safe to say he's out.
He's out.
Question is, would he even redeem himself in any way?
That's going up against Parallel Pie.
Yeah. We have next game loading up now.
The boys are ready. I can see they're ready. So Mr. Olga versus Parallel Pie. I want to believe Parallel Pie to do some damage right here, because he has proven he will score. At least he scored 2 goals in his first game. So I want to see him score more goals and possibly win. If he does, then Mr. Olga would have to beat Fulfilza to be top of the group. So let's see how that goes. They're ready to roll. Let them get it on the way. Mr. Olga Parallel Pie, game 4.
If Mr. Olga goes with his France, looks like France have been working for him. France is pretty
I was thinking Parallel Pie, because when I see France, I just know it.
Gives you that.
I just know it. That there's a problem.
Parallel Pie sticking to his
Real Madrid.
Let's see that I want to see what they decide to go for tactically in terms of formations, in terms of player selection. I think Mr. Olga will stick to his formation that has been working so well for him. I think he will stick with the same selection of players. Parallel Pie didn't have a fantastic start to his set of games. Would he try to make changes there to see if things would happen differently over here? Like you said, they have to do all of these.
I think for one take in this that I've seen now, both players are. I don't know who this is. I think this is Mr. Olga. He doesn't want any errors. He's starting up with his contact settings. They've been doing it in game. Once they start, they pause. But he's doing that now. So I think he's here for business. He's not playing right now. I thought I was going to say Parallel was going to win, but I think Mr. Olga might just take this.
So let's talk about score predictions.
Score predictions. I think a 5-3. I think both players are going to score. I think a 5-3 in favor of Mr. Olga.
So you're looking at a lot of goals.
A lot of goals.
I think I actually don't know if we will have that many goals, but to give parallel pipe the what's this thing they call doubts.
Benefit of doubt.
Doubt. I would say like a forward.
In favor of Mr. Olga.
In favor of Mr. Olga. Maybe
So,
he pulls one goal.
okay, maybe he pulls one goal.
I'm very. Mr. Olga has convinced me defensively that he has what it takes to go the distance.
He hasn't convinced me because I just feel like every Bees wasn't much of a great player. I mean, he's a great player, but it wasn't just.
Wasn't lethal.
It wasn't just ready. We saw that with Fifuza as well. So until I see what he does with parallel pipe, then I can say if Mr. Oga has what it takes to go the length in this tournament. But all in all, both players are looking very tactical and sound with their formation.
Yeah.
They are not. This is 4-2-3-1.
4-2-3-1. Funny thing is, both players
are not with the same formation. Okay.
In my experience, when both players use 4-2-3-1, it goes very bad for one person. It goes very things just go very bad for one person.
So should we say this will go bad? I would have said this will go bad for Mr. Oga, but he's using France.
4-1-2-1-2. Okay, but that's a game plan. So okay, that's good. Okay, that's good to have a game plan.
A substitute formation. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So if in the middle of the game
you can just easily switch.
You can easily switch, and if you see that maybe you want to go back, then you can go back. So it's good to have that versatility to be able to set.
Since Parallel Pie is coming with the heat, I think is ready for this game. He's coming to take what belongs to him.
Taking his time. Player instructions, stay back while attacking for his fullbacks.
Mr. Oga is ready to go. Okay, I think both players are ready now.
Yes.
Kick-off game 4. Mr. Oga for France and Parallel Pie for Real Madrid. This will be interesting. I see goals.
Yeah.
Goals.
Yeah. Maybe not as much as we feel that game, but
I mean, I already said 5-3, so I'm expecting 8 goals in this match. By its first game, so yeah.
More formation settings going on here now. Analog sprints, directional, finesse shots, all of that. I mean, you can't. I mean, when you play at this level, with the amount of money that's on the line, you can't afford to say, "Oh my God, my position. I didn't. My control. Oh, I made a mistake. My control."
You need to make sure everything is done.
We don't do that here.
And the game is on the way. Okay.
Mr. Oga quickly loses possession of the ball. Parallel Pie now looking to capitalize on that. You have Vinicius Junior, nice movement, looks for space.
Whoa, that was close.
Hustle in the box there, but Mr. Oga looks like he's in control of things now.
Like I said, Parallel Pie is coming clutch.
Coming out strong. Let's see how Mr. Oga responds to that. Usman Dembele, we've seen him do spectacular things with that guy. Paul Pogba now looking for the space, finds Dembele again. Beautiful drag back. Back to Pogba. Keeping position of the ball, not forcing his passes, knocking the ball around gently. Finds Mbappe, goes for the right shot, and
that was close.
Fortunately, that was very good. That was very good. You see, decisiveness and just straight up being lethal. Like,
okay,
I'm not here for jokes. I'm not here for jokes. And we saw that to Parallel Pie right off the bat. He just went at it. So looks like we're going to have end-to-end stuff here. Parallel Pie looks like he's trying to convince me that he can actually put in more.
For some reason, I want Parallel Pie to win. I don't know why. I just feel this attachment. Maybe because he had a good first game and just didn't win because Fifuza was a better player. So I just feel like I need him to come out good, come out correct in this game, in this second game, and make something out of the tournament.
Looking for space, finds Pogba at the edge of the box, still looking for the pass, not forcing his passes, taking his time. Kante finds Coman, back to Griezmann, goes on his left foot, drag back, beautiful finesse.
Woo, that was.
Is this an opportunity? Dembele finds.
Oh my goodness!
Mbappe with the goal. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have a game on our hands. Mbappe, easy, slot in. That looks like one of them. Yeah. Quite fortunate there. But to be fair, he did deserve the goal.
He did deserve the
That
goal.
was beautiful setup.
Beautiful setup, confidence. You know, even when you lose the ball, you're not being confused and being nervous as to. It was very much composed. That's the word. It was very much composed up to the last shot.
Parallel play here now, looking to answer back.
Okay.
Great drag back, edge of the box with Benzema, but Mr. Oga takes good care of that. Mbappe now with opportunities, does beautiful ball rolls. Ousmane Dembele making the run. Mbappe has that pace, has so much pace. Griezmann has been like the maestro for Mr. Oga. Finds Pogba again, nice turn, using protects ball feature. This is beautiful football, if I'm being honest. Mbappe now with another opportunity, finds Dembele, great defensive work from
Mr. Oga.
Mbappe finds the goal again, and I told you, Mr. Oga.
It's raining goals right now. Raining
Mr.
goals.
Oga.
Mr. Oga isn't messing around.
Raining goals is pouring goals. Like
The big question is, will Mr. Oga concede? Because now he's up by 2 in the 27th minute.
I think the bigger worry is what can Parallel Pi actually do right now? Like, is he actually going to respond? 28 minutes into the game, and look at that defense.
I think Parallel Pi is going to.
defensive walk.
I think he's going to respond.
Bale now finds the drag back, looking for space, stop and turn. Looks like he's finding
Oh.
space.
That was close. That was close. Great defensive work by Mr. Oga.
Mr. Oga looks like every opportunity he gets on the break, he's always making something out of it. Composed play here. Kante still with the ball, not forcing those passes, taking his time, finds good space for Mbappe. Nice movement. Finds Griezmann. Griezmann definitely looking for his left foot. Finds Coman. Passing Mbappe.
Oh my God!
This is sublime gameplay. And I tell you, Mr. Oga played in the finals of the last tournament, the Tech Plus Esports Series, and he was phenomenal. Made it to the finals, unfortunately couldn't win, was up against a very spectacular player in himself, Joga. I mean, I did have my expectations high. The ball, he's just straight up going to for Mr. Oga.
By the 40th minute.
One every 10 minutes.
Basically, in Group A, because he hasn't conceded any goal.
I told
Parallel Pi, what's good? Can you hear me? Like, what is good right now? What is good right now? My zeal to chase any dollar right now. I'm just gonna pack myself and go home.
But Parallel Pi trying to be stubborn here. Still loses position of the ball. Mr. Oga now trying to add more goals to his tally. Parallel Pi looking to make something out of this. Finds Benzema.
Oh, that was close. That was close.
And Parallel Pi looks like he hasn't lost all of his spirits. Mr. Oga,
I know I said 5-3, but I don't. Maybe it's gonna be 8-0 because they're gonna be goals.
Oh my God. Come on here now with the ball, at the edge of the box, finds Ousmane Dembele, 5-star weak foot player, great block there by Rafael Varane, and ball in possession of Parallel Pi. Looking to pass the ball out of the box right now, but you look at the press from Mr. Oga, such high defensive press. Look at this. Has so many players up against Rafael Varane, trying to cover straight up, and look at that. Such a good defensive work and attacking so decisive. Opportunity now for Mr. Oga. Pogba, great ball to Ousmane Dembele, does the dummy, but unfortunately loses the ball. Probably stretched that a bit too far. Parallel Pi now with the ball, looking to just get a complimentary goal. I mean, you gotta do something. Mr. Oga now gets ball back and looks like he wants more. Parallel Pi not having that. 60 minutes
So
now.
Parallel Pi isn't trying to score right now. All he's trying to do is not concede more goals.
Parallel Pi now.
He's just trying to make sure it's just 5-0.
No, but I mean, you have to give credit to the defensive work from Mr. Oga. It's been so good. He didn't concede in his last game, mind you. And when I was making my predictions, I did say that for the benefit of the doubt, that's why I gave Parallel Pi a goal. Mr. Oga is defensively, I think he's been sound. Attacking wise, I think he's been
I mean,
very good.
it's
And that's
it's
why-
proving to know his onions now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
okay,
Opportunity now for Parallel Pie. Looks for the finesse shot.
oh, that was close.
From Hugo Lloris
Great save.
for Mr. Olga. That's why you guys need to stick around. And make sure you're around for Fifuza versus Mr. Olga, because that one is really going to be the game to look out for. Mr. Olga here now with the
Boom.
break. Griezmann, Mbappe has so much pace, has a lot of space to work with now in front of him. Mbappe does the fake shot boost, edge of the box, finds Griezmann, space in for Ousmane
Okay, so I'm gonna
Dembele.
say, oh,
Unfortunately, Varane takes good care
I
of
was
it.
hoping we were gonna see another goal there.
I mean, we have a lot of time. Ball now for Mr. Olga, pop by from the box, forces that pass there, maybe not the best option. Taking his time, not forcing passes. Nice jockey work from Parallel Pipe. Mbappe finds space. What does he do? Tries to chip the keeper. Wow, what a cheeky move from Mr. Olga. Unfortunately, I think Mr. Olga is at that point now where it's really just about scoring fancy goals, having a good time, just showing.
He's made it to the next round. So
Yeah,
right now,
I'm so comfortable.
it's calm. It's calm. There's no reason to, He hasn't conceded, so he's automatically. What do I do with this?
Hazard trying to protect the ball.
Oh.
You have Kante. Oh my God. N'Golo Kante. What a beast. What a beast. Mr. Olga now, left side of the pitch with Hernandez. Finds a beautiful pass to Coleman. So much space. Uses the ball. I see very effective use of skills from Mr. Olga. I think he doesn't just pull out those skills. I think he actually uses them properly.
On a regular.
Yeah.
Here's Carvajal. Giving the ball away. And fed forwards. Griezmann. Is it going to be? Well, it looks so threatening, but the danger averted. Fed forward by Gareth Bale. Benzema. Hazard. And he takes on the shot. Well, they pulled one back, but perhaps a bit too late in this contest. They haven't.
Celebration based on how
It's like we need to pop.
ball now for Mr. Olga, does the fake shot stop, goes back.
So that he came here for. So we know he just came to play 5-2, 5-2 each of these games, 5-2, 5-2. But I don't think that's gonna happen anyway.
Oba now finding that pass, but blocked out by Varane.
Okay, so
There's a lot to talk about. Ladies.
that
There's
wraps up
to talk
the fourth game. Let's first start. What do you make of this game? I know you are all Mr. Olga, Mr. Olga, Mr. Olga.
I mean, like play before.
Okay.
I've seen performances, and based on my observations, I saw this coming. If I was being honest, I saw this coming.
So what can we say about Group A right now? So right now, the points stand at Mr. Olga with 6, Fifuza with 6 as well,
Both
and then every B's and Parallel Pipe will have 0, which means they're automatically out of the group. So we have Mr. Olga and Fifuza fighting for the number 1 spot.
substitute position.
Yes, even though we know right now that they both have 6 points and Mr. Olga has a better goal difference, is plus or minus 0,
Yeah.
and and Fifuza is down by -2, I believe. So it is now Mr. Olga versus Fifuza. What can you say about Group A and this next matchup?
Well, Group A, I would say it's been half an hour for a walk in the park for some players.
Yeah.
It's been a experience. A sad, well, I don't want to use the word a sad experience, but they would not be happy with their performances. Some players will not be happy with their performances, and some have just come and be dominant. I think both players that will come out from Group A, as we've seen, I think both of them are players that other groups should definitely watch out for. If you can't, go back and watch the stream.
I mean, we already know who both players are. Fifiza and Mr. Oga. We just, everybody in other groups should just be ready.
Now they just need to just give us a show.
Yeah, they just trying to know who is superior in Group A, who is number one. But everybody else right now locked into this tournament needs to be scared of Mr. Oga and Fifiza. Those guys they are definitely not here to play. They are scoring 5 goals. They're not winning by 2-1, 3-1. They are scoring 5 goals. 5 goals. 5 goals.
You are participating in this tournament and you are participating in this tournament. Please try to go back and watch the stream and see what you're up against, because both these guys they're not here for jokes. Like I said, Mr. Oga has a bit of experience in saying he's participated in a few tournaments. Fifiza came and he really knew what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
The other players, like we said, unfortunately, they definitely are disappointed in themselves. But I think the only positive they will be able to take is the fact that it wasn't as bad as.
I mean, for every bees, not even only for every bees. For both of them was quite bad. For every bees was very bad. He didn't score any goal. Parallel Pie is still fine. He still scored 3 goals. I mean, he scored against Fifiza, scored against Mr. Oga. So every bees didn't score a goal. I think that he needs to go back home and do a lot of work. He needs to learn how to score. So for everybody else in this tournament that wants to match up against these two guys, you need to know how to score. Like, it's not even about them even scoring you alone. Their defense is even tight.
Yeah.
Especially Mr. Oga, he's not even taking any chances. He's going to score you and he's going to defend so that you don't score. So you need to score. That is very important.
One of the things that I would like to point out is the fact that we didn't see as much versatility from the players that unfortunately are not going to, did not qualify. We didn't see pauses mid-game to make critical changes.
Yeah, critical changes, meaningful substitutions.
I mean, he played the same 4-3-3 in the first game, the same 4-3-3 in the second game. Second half in the second game, things were literally.
I don't think I've seen any substitution so far in any of the games.
Yeah. I mean, the ones that have been winning didn't really have any.
Yeah, they didn't have any reason to substitute.
The ones that have been losing, which was consistent, I mean, he did lose 2 of the games.
Yeah.
You would have expected them to learn from one of the games, and then second half of the last game, maybe even try to switch things up.
We go back to what we're saying, like, it's not everyone who understands the fact that not everyone understands their game, talk less of everyone understanding their opponent's game, and also knows the importance of, making substitutions, changing their gameplay, changing their tactics, halfway into the game. But all well and good, we still have 2 games to go. One is between Fifiza and Mr. Olga.
We just have 1 more game to go.
Okay, 1 more game to go.
Which is like the highlight of the tournament.
Okay.
Of the group.
So,
A, which was the 2 best performing players so far, Fifiza and Mr. Olga. What are your predictions for this game, if you would say?
I need to consult my inner spirit. For some reason, my energy levels are not drawn towards Mr. Olga. I feel like Fifiza has. I think I'll go with Fifiza. I think I'll go with I expect goals, so I'm gonna go with a 5-2.
For Fifiza.
Actually, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna change that because Mr. Olga just played and it looks like he's a deadly guy. So I'm gonna go with a 5-3 in favor of Fifiza. 5-3.
In favor of Fifiza.
Yeah. All my business are like 5-5-5 because these guys are they are scoring goals. So
to be fair, I wouldn't criticize that prediction because if I'm being honest, both guys that Mr. Olga has played against, credit to him for good defensive work. These guys haven't actually created as much opportunities, and when they do create those opportunities, they haven't been able to capitalize. Yes. They haven't been able to make the best of them. So I think that's a fair prediction. I would go with a 4-1 scoreline.
4-1 Mr. Olga.
Okay. I rate Fifiza because I think he's put up a good performance, but you look at the defensive work that Mr. Olga has been doing.
I have really not seen the defensive work.
You haven't, yeah?
Because again, I'm writing off every bees. he can't finish. He can't finish. But parallel pi. So I'm going to okay. So maybe he does a good job because if I'm going to use parallel pi did 5-2 with Fufuga and he did 5-1 with Mr. Oga. So yeah, okay. That saying actually works. His defensive play is way better than Mr.
But yeah,
4-1-5-3. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah, that
But
works
before I think players are ready to go, but before they come on, they're gonna go. And we are back. It's been an amazing day watching these guys, tear themselves apart, going head to head, scoring goals. And we are about to go to the fifth and final game in Group A, which is between Fifilza and Mr. Olga. Before the break, we give our predictions. I said Fifilza 5, Mr. Olga 3. Shanks here said Mr. Olga 4, Fifilza 1. The boys are ready to go, ready to see who heads Group A. Been an amazing day already. Everybees and Pale Pie. We know you said you didn't bring your A game, but for you to be here at least, you did a good job. So let's go to the fifth and final game for the day, and let's see who comes out top in Group 1. We already know these are the guys advancing, but let us see who wins between Mr. Olga and Fifilza. They are ready to tear it all apart. So let's get this on the way between France.
Mr. Olga going with his France as usual. Man's not here for jokes. Man's not here to come to play. And Fifilza loves his Juventus Piemonte Calcio, as they are called in FIFA 20. I'm expecting some end-to-end action. Quite curious to see what formation. He likes to go with this 5-3. Okay, so he switches 4-3-2 this time. 4-3-2 was formation he used as a game plan formation, the backup formation. But he's deciding to go with it here right off the bat. Mr. Olga, he has his recipe. Like literally, he just knows, okay, this guy moving this guy, this guy moving this guy. Kante, Pogba, has everything all locked down. This man has been very instrumental in the success of Mr. Olga. You don't have that player for Fifilza. He's been a very honorable player.
Yeah.
I don't have that player that I can point out and say he's always been on top of things for Mr. Olga. But with France, you see it. Like, Griezmann is really almost everywhere. Especially when
Fifilza has played to the strengths of all his players, but he just always pinpoints Ronaldo as his go-to guy.
Yeah.
On the other side, for Mr. Olga, he carries his team, puts them around Griezmann, and then always lays it down. For his game, I've only has Giroud been playing his entire? I don't think so.
No, he doesn't use Giroud.
But I am quite familiar with Griezmann and Mbappe.
Oh, yeah.
I see those two players always.
You have Coman, Dembele on the wings, and those are very fast players. So like
the entire French squad are filled with fast players. The entire French squad. Yeah, every one of them can run the whole pitch back and forth without getting tired. So we see that Fifilza is ready, but Mr. Olga is still, putting some finishing touches to his tactics.
To his recipe.
He's about to spice up the game.
Surprisingly, I'm not saying Griezmann. Surprisingly, that's quite surprising. We're just talking about how Griezmann was very instrumental.
Oh wow!
It looks like he's deciding to go with Fekir this time, and
we spoke too soon.
It begs the question of why. I mean, what
does he know what he's doing? That's the next question.
We'll see.
So it's kickoff, guys. The final game in Group A between Fifilza
and Mr. Olga.
In the yellow shirt,
playing from right to left, you have Fifilza, Juventus, Piemonte Calcio, as they are known for 20, and you have Mr. Olga playing in France, demolishing in France. From left to right.
It's too early to say he's demolishing. It's 0-0. But yeah, let's see how that goes.
No, but he's been demolishing in France. He has considered one goal in France, for be fair. A bit of a pause there, just to make sure. Ball, Pogba, about Mr. Olga's setup this time. I'm seeing Dubois. I don't remember seeing Dubois playing right back for him. He had Mendy as his right back. So we have now Khedira, Ronaldo, back to Higuain, looking for space now for Fifilza. The ball on left.
Oh, nice play.
Turn back, goes for the finish shot ball. I mean, on the Bala's weaker foot, the Bala is like a two-shot weak foot player. You don't really expect that much. I mean, it goes in sometimes, but you don't expect that much. Opportunity now for Mr. Olga. A lot of space here to work with Coman. Finds
Mr. Oga.
Fekir, which he brought in as a completely new addition,
Already had to go to
already
his
has
name.
to go to his name. Mr. Oga looking to solidify his lead and not sitting back. Great opportunity now. Fekir looking to play the instrumental part. You have Mbappe now with so much space up there in the box, and unfortunately you can't make anything out of that. Opportunity now for Filza to maybe pull one back, loses possession of the ball quickly. Mr. Oga now tries to find space ball. Decent defensive work there from Filza. Now, question is, can he answer back? Finds Dybala. There for Mr. Oga. Can't really find those passes. And maybe that's where you see the little differences. Griezmann is actually a better passer in terms of stats. So now ball back to Filza. Ronaldo with the ball. We know Ronaldo. This position of the ball.
I think Fufuza is now playing under pressure. He's considered a goal and he can't just understand what
Beautiful
is happening.
pass now. Pogba here for Mr. Oga.
Oh no.
Finds the left bottom part of the net. And 2 goals up, 23 minutes. And it is what it is. It is what it is.
Oh, Mr.
Fufuza
Oga
now
claiming his territory with this. Already, the live tables will say Mr. Oga has 9 points right now, and he's yet to he considered a goal.
Consider one goal.
He considered one goal, so.
But I mean, you have
Possessions 54 to 45 in favor of Mr. Oga, and he's there again.
Mr. Oga in the box, still has ball in his hand. Coman, nice control of the ball, finds Matuidi, back to Mbappe, dangerous position now. Nice work there from Filza. Can he capitalize on this counter attack? Planning to the ball, not the fastest of players. Knocks it back, tries to keep the pressure. But you see such a high press from Mr. Oga. He sees defensive line pressed up high up the pitch, and somehow he still manages to make sure he don't get balls behind that line. Fekir now, great ball to Mbappe. We know Mbappe. We know what he does. Fekir now finds ball back, and
a rebound.
this is becoming a walk in the park.
Are we going to get under 5-0 in the first half here right now?
If we're being honest, Mr. Oga living up to his hype, living up to the expectations, and I mean,
2 goals by Fekir already.
at this point, he's going to surpass my expectations. You have to also put in the fact that Mr. Oga has the likes of Griezmann on the bench. I mean, like, he's so comfortable at this point. It feels like he has everything all calculated out. Oh, wow. Definitely a mistake. So we have now Mr. Oga with the ball. Opportunity here. Loses possession of the ball. Matuidi finds Fekir. Oh, wow. Beautiful movement there. Near post finish by Fekir. And that's 4 goals already. 4 goals already.
In the 37th minute.
Oh. It feels like has to work something out here. Has to work something out here.
Can he work something out?
At this point, Mr. Oga is going to surpass my predictions. Like, definitely.
The predictions were 4-1.
Yeah.
4-1. Wow.
4
My
goals
prediction
already.
is even
Far from
off the roof.
Far from this.
Out the window.
Completely far from this.
Oh, Mr.
Dembele now with so much space.
Fifilza, why did you do this?
There's so much space in Fifilza's defense. Coman now the edge of the box, but fortunately,
like I already said,
opportunity finds Dybala.
Like I already said, Mr. Fifilza is playing under pressure. Immediately consider that first goal, he lost his touch. He couldn't finish properly anymore. He's been worried sick about what his opponent. Same thing right now. Before, he was taking his time to, play his game, space out, pass. But now he's just trying to score. And when you always try to just score, it becomes a problem.
Opportunity now for...
You aren't playing your game, you're just trying to score.
Cross
so
now
with
for
this,
Mr. Oga.
Are we expecting another goal before? Oh, that was
You
close.
never know. We're way past the stoppage time at this point, but this is probably the last kick of the first half. Nothing out of this, and it looks like the first half is wrapped up.
Okay, so
I'll leave this to you. What do you have to say about this?
this is nerve breaking, heart breaking, rib breaking or cracking. But yeah, Mr. Oga definitely has something for this tournament. He has so far proven to be the best player in Group A, and not just an anyhow best player, an outstanding player, a player with class.
Yeah.
Already up by 4 in the first half. We saw in his second game was up by 5 in the first half. That doesn't come cheap. That comes with when you know what you're playing, you know the game, you understand your opponent. I mean, it could have gone more than 5-1 against Parallel Pipe, but you know, we saw that he lost his. He just started, playing, But now
trying to put up a show.
We see him up by 4 already as well.
And
let's see how this is going to end. Doesn't look like it's going to slow down, and Fufuza is still trying to, play his game. In as much as we feel he's nervous, he can't just finish.
Mr. Oga now.
I don't know if I'm right to say this, but I feel like it's every beast that is playing Fufuza's game right now. He can't just call.
Mr. Oga now finds Fekir. Fekir
that's
doing
the
work.
Goal.
Doing the work, Fekir. Beautiful goal from Mr. Oga, and
his first 2 games, and now Fekir is one doing the damage.
Are
we going to see another goal now?
It's looking like a disturbing scoreline at this point. Like, it's looking like a very disturbing scoreline at this point. I mean, it could get worse.
Can I make another prediction?
It could get worse.
Maybe like a 10-0.
I think that's a bit unfair to
It's 5-0 now.
I think that's a bit unfair to Fufuza. Opportunity here now for Fufuza. Loses possession of the ball. Mr. Oga now looking to capitalize, has a lot of space in front of him to work with. Doesn't unfortunately find that true pass. Can Fufuza actually make something out of his possession? He does get possession of the ball, but just
has been such a thriller. We've had series of goals today, and it's just mind blowing.
Yeah. But what a beautiful way to start the tournament.
Group A came with the sauce, the right sauce needed for an opening group game.
Yeah. From Fufuza's first game to,
it's been all goals. It's been purely goals.
It's just been so good.
Entertaining matches as well. Like
Dembele now for Mr. Oga. Woo! Oh, that was so unlucky. Still in possession of the ball, Mr. Oga. We've seen him being able to recycle his attack a few times. Matuidi here now with the ball finds Fekir. Fekir very, very instrumental here for Mr. Oga, but unfortunately, ball now in possession of
the 70th minute, and can Mr. Oga
add more to his tally?
Add more to this, and can Fufuza redeem himself?
Back.
Okay.
Mbappe now looks like this is done and dusted, and
no, this is
Kylian
6.
Mbappe, and we have 6 goals.
This is the first game that we are seeing an opponent or a player concede 6.
For somebody that came out so strong in the first game,
and it had to be someone
of the
who had scored
and is closing group game with such
that popular saying is where one person's craze starts, another one ends.
Now the opportunity inside the box, a bit of a toss and tussle there, and Mr. Oga still in position.
He still wants to score. He wasn't like this
on his left foot, goes for the scoop turn.
Oh wow!
Post finish, and I think we can. I think we have to. I think at this point
we can't tell them to stop. We can't tell them to stop, but we're officially done.
It's becoming a
I didn't see the scoreline. Not even against Fufuza. This is disrespect.
We might need an ambulance. I really think
we do need an ambulance.
We still have time. That's what's disturbing me.
This is 10 more minutes. So
no.
Is he still trying to score?
Look at all that space. We still have time.
Oh no!
Somebody get this man an ambulance. Usman Dembele with the ball now. A lot of space for
Mbappe.
Finds the space. Composure.
8-0.
I honestly don't know what to say.
And we still have more time.
I honestly don't know what to say anymore.
We still have more time.
Mbappe now with the opportunity. Trying to find Matuidi with the ball. Finds Mbappe again. Oh, no.
Might it be Mbappe? It's 2 for him today. A masterful performance. The defenders unable to stop him. Well, if there were any lingering doubts about the outcome, surely they now have been removed. cutting infield here.
And it's been such a shocking display. I am personally shocked.
I think that's the right description. I kept looking for the right. I kept trying to find the right description for this game, and I think shocking is the word.
Shocking is the right word right now.
I made what predictions were like
4-1.
This is way past that.
We didn't expect Mr. Olga to do
Oh my God.
Fufuza like this.
That's 9 goals.
9-1.
I mean, you have 90
9-0.
That's an average of a minute. That's an average
A
of
goal in every 10 minutes. So right now we're looking at the table.
God.
Mr. Olga, all W's, 3 W's, topping Group A with 9 points. And we saw there that Fufuza had 6, while the rest had 0. Unfortunately. So automatically,
these guys are done from Group A. Every B is parallel pie. It was good to have you guys. Unfortunately, you need to come back with your A games. Maybe you go back home, you watch the stream, and you see how you can improve your game. And you know, it's okay. It's okay if you have a grudge against these guys, because I would have a grudge if I got messed up like this.
Yeah.
That's I mean,
but you know, please don't see them on the streets and go and attack them, please. We don't want that. We don't want that. So that is all for Group A. On day 1 of FIFA 20, it's been a beautiful display of football and sportsmanship from all the players in the group, and we will be back tomorrow with more games from FIFA 20 and Pubg. You also have an opportunity to win 15,000 naira tomorrow if you download Pubg tonight. That is if you don't have Pubg. So tomorrow we'll be giving out 15,000 naira, all by just participating and being part of tomorrow's game.
Yes, join us 6 p.m. tomorrow. The stream is going to resume. We're going to feature other games like FIFA, Pubg, like he said, and of course there's a chance to win
15,000
naira. Well, 15,000 naira is the prize pool, but we're going to have a battle royale for Pubg. The top 3 players will take 5,000 naira each home, and that's an opportunity for you to win 5,000 a weekend. Like that's easy.
That's easy cash.
And
easy cash.
we take a step back, looking at the table. We see that Group A is done and dusted. Mr. Olga, clean slate. It was a decent performance, just 1 loss from a very good player.
I think Mr. Olga is someone to watch in this tournament. Like, everybody needs to be afraid.
I told you so.
I wasn't
this
afraid.
I say I told you so.
Yeah, he told me so. So right now, I am afraid. I am afraid for the players in this tournament, for the players in other groups, as to what Mr. Olga. Because if Mr. Olga did it to Fufuza, who was, his first game he won by 5 goals to 2, second game won by 3 goals to 0. If he could take 9-0 from Mr. Olga, then I need to. Well, this is esports championship 2020. We don't know we're gonna see
for
tomorrow.
the benefit of the doubt, let's just say Fufuza had a bad last game. He's going to go into the knockout stages now with a different player.
Yes.
So I'm sure you guys had a very good time because your group was stacked.
Yeah.
Beautiful games all through, and we have way more groups coming up. We have Group B, we have Group C. So much
more dribbles, so much
around. So it was good to have you guys around.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you to all our sponsors.
Yes, I just want to thank you to the Lagos State government, to my X3. You guys, we can't do this without you. Special thanks to Nilayo Sports Management Limited. All of you are the reasons why we are here. And to you fans watching this, your support is immensely appreciated. So we will join you back tomorrow with more action. It promises to be. Today was like packed. Yeah. Today was legit packed. So tomorrow promises to be another packed day with more goals, more action,
packed with goals,
and more money.
Packed with 9 goals.
More money. Money tomorrow. We have money tomorrow. So
packed with 9 goals.
Please stay tuned. Keep watching. Subscribe to the channel.
Social media channels.
Click on the bell to get notified once we go live. You don't want to miss all the action.
And definitely be sure to drop your thoughts in the comments.
Yes, let us know what you
Wherever
think.
you're watching from.
Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think.
Let's know your thoughts on the games.
From everyone at Esports Series 2020, I remain Case Blake.
And I'm Shanks.
Thank you for watching. We'll be back tomorrow.